What's going on, NSB fam, man? I'm with all of the guys. What's up? Hey there.
You lost me.
You lost me, man. Cool lad. Anyways, guys, we're back with some more K-pop, news type of stuff, man. We got Jake Trend. Wow.
This is the strange thing pertaining to K-pop culture.
Let's find out what's disturbing, man. A lot of things are disturbing nowadays.
Here's what you have to understand about Asians.
You guys not liking this video after watching is disturbing, bro.
Let's hear.
They are racist. Like, actually racist. A lot more than America or the EU. Especially against other Asians. Because of wars and the pillaging that came with it.
The Japanese always try to take over China!
And the Asian rivalry that concerns us today is the hatred, resentment that simmers under the surface between Koreans and the Japanese. They're always trying to one-up each other.
Bro, hold on, bro. This shit started hot as fuck, bro. Come down.
Asians, because of wars and the pillaging that came with it.
The Japanese always try to take over China!
And the Asian rivalry that concerns us today is the hatred, resentment that simmers under the surface between Koreans and the Japanese. They're always trying to one-up each other. See, in the 90s, Japanese pop or J-pop was in its golden age. Records were selling in the millions. People were making a ton of money. But there was a huge problem with J-pop. It never became popular in the West. It was isolated to Japan, and the Koreans took notice. During the 90s, Korean pop or K-pop was just in its infancy, and they took notice of all these inefficiencies in the Japanese model. J-pop was just not marketable to Westerners, so they aimed to outshine them, not just in Korea but on the world stage. To do this,
Hey, if you can't join them niggas, beat them. That's what they did, bro. Shout out to K-pop for that, bro.
had to get creative. See, at the time, you kinda just had to wait and hope that a pop star would just appear out of thin air. But that just takes too much time and is too random. There's no way you could build an empire with just naturally born pop stars. So you realize that the only way to make this business sustainable is to create the pop stars yourself, to groom them from scratch into a marketable sensation. And you didn't just want one or two. No, to show Japan and the rest of the world just how superior Korean culture is, you would need an army of K-pop stars. And to create an army of K-pop stars, you couldn't view them as human anymore. K-pop stars were now a product. And to create a product, you need a well-oiled factory. A heartless, brutal assembly line where innocent kids go in, and out came obedient, marketable, replaceable K-pop stars. And the ones that don't make the cut, that don't pass the quality control, well, those faulty products are thrown into the trash. My name is Jake Tran. I make documentaries on money, power, war, and crime in my team. Subscribe for more. This is the ruthless business of K-pop.
Guys, yeah, watch out for that. We will never message y'all asking for money, but donations are appreciated.
You have to make it unique, distinct from things like J-pop. First, K-pop groups are large. They can have anywhere from 4 to over 20 performers in the same group. Like everything in the industry, this was done on purpose. More members would increase the odds that fans would like one of the stars. It gives fans a variety to choose from. One of the shortcomings of J-pop is that it's 100% Japanese, making it hard for Westerners to get into. K-pop, on the other hand, is known for blending Korean and Western styles together, making it much more marketable and accessible overseas.
And they do be rapping.
Once the internet and things like YouTube came along, J-pop labels were geo-restricting their music videos to only Asia. They banned the use of their album artwork online. They would even paywall full-length music videos to make more money up front. Imagine only getting to watch only half of a music video on YouTube.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
The K-pop industry took notice and turned all of this up on its head. Then of course there's the assembly line of molding a K-pop star, and that's what really sets K-pop apart from every other music genre and industry.
I'm not even gonna front, bro. What I like about K-pop and even like the music like that, whatever, it's just like the music video be crazy as fuck.
You know what it is? Say it with me now.
The choreography. Word to the bird, man. Like the choreography and like the music videos be top tier in my opinion, bro.
But on a more serious note, we know this is like kind of like the dark side. You know what I'm saying? So like, I know that's gonna play a big role in
Hey.
At the start of the K-pop pipeline are agents, in charge of recruiting, training, marketing, and more. They're called agents, but really they're product designers. Which brings us to step number 1. Look for naive kids that have that little spark in their eyes, that also fit the South Korean beauty standard. Thin, tall, and feminine looking, with adolescent facial features. These are the qualities we want in both male and female stars. Once we pick the boys and girls with potential, that's when the process really starts. Step number 2. Have the kids sign a slave contract that lasts until they're adults. Some haters will call it a literal slave contract, but we like to call it good business. Yeah, sure, many K-pop trainees start training as young as 9 years old, but that's the whole point. It's the best time for them to sign their rights away, and it's when they're most moldable.
그냥 그런 거에 대한 개념이 계약서에 대한 개념, 뭐 수익에
Watch
대한
that video.
개념이
Go check it out.
자리 잡히지 않았을 때라서 예측은 하지는
Right here.
못했지만 계약 조건이 엄청 막 좋진 않네 이렇게 느끼긴 했었어.
Today, the contract only lasts a maximum of 7 years, but just a few years ago, the typical trainee idol contract could last up to 13 years. Longer than many of the trainees have been alive when they signed. During the contract length, trainees and stars are prohibited from just about everything that makes life enjoyable. They can't eat what they want to, they can't do what they want, they can't look the way they want, or even sleep the way they want. You get to control absolutely everything about their life. That is the price of just attempting to become a K-pop star. The contracts are also designed in a way to ensure that the entertainment agency makes the most money.
그 계약 조건, 그 수익 같은 거 조건이 아무래도 회사가 더 많이 가져가고 아티스트가 조금 더 덜 가져가는 시스템 대부분이에요.
K-pop trainees must pay back the money.
Yeah, nigga.
That, like, they're super young. Like,
Preying on the naivety is crazy, bro.
Naive, they didn't know what they. I mean, but I would hope you have somebody in your corner, you know, an adult and this and the third that's able to, you know, go through the contract.
But you know they don't.
But that's the due diligence you gotta do as a parent, though. You gotta make sure you put your kid in the best position.
I know it's not the parents actually pushing you. Yeah, I want you to be like them. So, you know, just giving the children away. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
No, what if it's the parents that are actually like just giving their children away? You know, for hope, like for a better future, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's tough, man. That's all I gotta tell you.
Now on Trainee Lum, before they get to make a single penny. So at the age of 9 years old, they've already dug themselves into a lot of debt. And even then, there's no guarantee they'll debut as a K-pop star. Whether they become famous or not, they still have to repay their debts. On top of that, we're the ones entitled to 60 to 70% of the profits, while the artists generally only make 30 to 40%. And yet, expenses are split 50-50. Stars must use that 30 to 40% to pay us back the training costs. So we're basically guaranteed a return on our investment, while the slaves put their entire lives on the line. A fair trade if you ask me.
근데 처음 정산을 받았던 거는 1,300만 원씩을 받았는데 한 사람당 그게 이제 3개월치. 그게 저희가 데뷔를 하고 1년 반 조금 넘어서 만에 받은 돈이었었어요. 그래서 그 동안은 아예 수입이 없었었죠.
Many of the slaves
And
end
you
up
still
taking
kept
out
going to
loans
work. That's
to cover
crazy.
their living expenses for the years that they're not getting paid. It's a vicious cycle that makes it very hard for slaves to make money, even if they get famous. Kinda like student loans in the US, but on steroids. From the very beginning, we outline the contract to make sure that no matter what happens or how successful the artist gets, we are profiting the most. And finally, step number 3. They set out to spend the next 3 to 5 years of their lives in brutal training. But this isn't just your average after-school activity. K-pop training is intense and severe. Imagine military boot camp, but for turning you into a pop star. Immediately, the training camps force trainees to change the way they act and think. Trainees are put on extreme diets and exercise routines. Many training camps require trainees to be under a specific weight.
진짜 많이 봤어. 진짜 대박.
Trainees often don't even have time to sleep.
개인적으로 제일 힘들었던 거는 잠을 못 자는 게 너무 힘들었어요.
And we also give trainees a helpful nudge to look their best by shaming them into getting plastic surgery and body modifications. After all this time and pain, only around 10% of trainees will ever get to debut as a K-pop star. And for those who are lucky enough to get placed in a K-pop group, things only get worse.
Damn. It's a grueling, rigorous game, guys. Let's go for all the people that's trying to get.
That makes you wonder, like, is all of those stuff, is that like what the people want? Like true K-pop fans, like would you mind if your K-pop star had like a big nose or some shit like that, or couldn't really dance properly? Like would that like affect the way you view K-pop?
Probably so, because like I said, the people in charge of this, they made it to where, like, you know, that's the standard. You know what I'm saying? That's how they gotta view people. So that the audience gonna feed into it. They be like, yeah, because I grew up watching them. They was like this. And your nose is not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like my beloved fellow K-pop member I used to love.
That's what I got a question. Like, what if they like up and leave? Like, yo, like I don't want to perform anymore. Like you said, like you're replaceable. You know what I'm saying? Like, how would the fans feel about that? They know, like, you want your best star out there doing what they want to do.
So if you're trying to walk out, they're gonna be on your ass.
So like, like behind the scenes, like they they're doing some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying?
You sign the contract, they gonna sue your ass.
They gonna sue. That's
well,
what I'm saying.
yeah, but like, let's say like that particular person like is willing to risk it. Like even then, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like
a big step.
Yeah, they can go on stage, be forced to go out there, but don't mean like they gonna sing. You know what I'm saying?
That's your image, though.
That is your image, and like I said, like as like fans, like you would probably like.
And I feel like
you would hate them. You know what I'm saying?
It's like AB, he got clowned because he didn't want to play no more. But like, even though that exit was ridiculous, like a lot of the fans were not happy with that nigga's behavior.
So then, really, like even if you knew, I feel like the majority of people would still hate. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
just some shit to think about.
Yeah. I go check out the video right here again. Got a few of those.
The harsh conditions that trainees live under don't just go away when they become stars. Now they're actually making money for us. So if anything, we need them under even more control. We gotta protect our investments. K-pop stars are expected to stay as thin as possible. Many of them use the infamous paper cup diet to lose weight. It involves eating only 9 paper cups full of grains, fruits, and veggies per day, like the little cups you get at a water cooler. Their gym routines also get very extreme. When they practice dance routines, stars wear 4 kilogram sandbags tied around their feet, which is supposed to make them look lighter when they perform on stage, and they get no breaks.
Who's they?
We make stars bleach their skin, remove parts of their jaw, and undergo whatever other procedures they need to look just right. Does this kind of stuff cause many K-pop stars to develop eating disorders and encourage unrealistic high beauty expectations? Yup. Anyways, we also have to make sure the stars have zero life outside of being a K-pop sensation. Stars aren't allowed to date because they need to seem as accessible as possible to their fans. We gotta keep the teenage girls dreaming. This is also why K-pop groups are all male or female. We don't want fans to think that members of the group could be dating each other. Stars who haven't had their big break are not allowed to spend time with their family or friends. To make sure they're following our rules, we take away their phones so they can't contact anyone we don't know about. And the best part is, by this point, it's too late for them to turn back even if they wanted to. There's nowhere for them to go until they repay us back for their training. So we groom them into becoming the perfect little K-pop stars and send them off to make us billions of dollars while spreading Korean influence all over the world. It's a win-win, right?
Hey,
Big Brian, that's crazy.
on the real though, shout out to the niggas for always smiling for going through like that rigorous ass training they be going through,
even
bro.
then, like you're forced to smile. It ain't even genuine.
Yeah, but like at least like in the public, you fucking made it, nigga.
I feel like the top.
The smile is more like it's just being marketed.
If we're being realistic, I feel like some people out there, like the tippity top, like they have some
They have
type
their
of
way.
they have their way, they have their freedom because they've earned it a little. You know what I'm saying, per se.
Maybe.
So
You can't. I mean, BTS might, according to a lot of the shit we heard, they might be under a slave contract. But I feel like niggas like BTS, bro.
oh, they have a say so for sure. The level that they took it.
They have a little bit more power than like the niggas at the bottom, which is kind of sad. You know, you have to reach that level, obviously, but like.
Get your freedom back, your human rights.
But you know how much,
right? Not even you, like your basic, right?
But you know how much money
Right,
like
right.
they bringing in. That's the reason why they can probably even have that freedom because they probably making these niggas multi-billions to the point the CEO's like, you know what, bro?
You know how much money they're gonna lose if they.
Yeah, so we want to appease to them. So let's go ahead and give them a little freedom, and they're gonna keep making us
But
money.
that's even though that's the 1%, less than.
So
Yeah, that's the one. We only talking about the 1%.
.00001%.
Which is the BTS, and BTS is like the biggest group.
Which
K-pop
goes to show you,
group. You know what I'm saying?
why do people feel like you gotta go through all these extremes to emerge as like an artist in that scene, bro? What do you guys think is the reason why like they have that market on so much like a random nigga like in America, just there be random artists left and right just that be popping up out of nowhere because like they're super talented, they got a good beat, and then boom, they're self-marketable, and then boom, like they could release and drop their own music.
It's all about how they grew up, though. That's how the parents taught them, you know. They looked on TV, they're like, you gotta do all this shit. You gotta look perfect to be, you know.
This
big
mega star and shit.
Mega star.
Nigga, I could probably point a pimple on fucking Drake's face. You can't point a pimple on them niggas' faces, bro. It's crazy.
K-pop has developed into a massive international business that's totally transformed South Korea's economy and influence. Today, K-pop music videos on YouTube have accumulated 86 billion views. Just the major K-pop boy band BTS alone increased South Korea's GDP by $5 billion. That means
That's ridiculous. Bro.
You boosted a country's economy
By 5 billion.
by 5 billion.
That's billion with a B.
So that's the reason why you gotta also understand, like, bro, like they trying to make sure, like, bro, we trying to groom some of the best because we seeing the direct results. So we gonna keep going at the expense of, you know, some of the artists dying if they don't make it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Which one of these guys is Sugar? Is that Sugar? I think that's Sugar.
Bro, I don't know.
I think BTS they broke up or something.
No, they took a break. Calm down now.
No, they took a break.
just
But they can
5.5
afford to do
BTS
that.
boy bands
Holy shit.
add up to the
They been waiting
equivalent
for
of
too
the
goddamn
entire North
long.
Korean economy. BTS is so successful that their Twitter had 4 times more engagement than President Donald Trump's account in 2019. The group even acts as a
it's
political
4 niggas versus
ambassador
one.
for South Korea. In 2018, they performed for Kim Jong-un. Although the North Korean leader has since changed his mind about the music genre. The South Korean government has
They perform.
They got a pool like that?
I'm telling you, man. So yeah, they got put like that. They can do whatever they want, damn near.
But they are performing for a known dictator. That shit is crazy.
Bro, it's crazy if you think about it, just to like smooth over relations, dog. Like, that's countries, bro. Like, think about that.
You the person that's nigga, like you basically like you
Like
know
the bridge type shit.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
Like an ambassador. And that's looking a hard ass job.
That goes to show the power of these artists, man. I'm pretty sure Beyonce had to do some shit like that.
Nigga, I was on Twitter the other day, bro. Them niggas like went to like Dub Nation and shit, you know, Warriors. And them niggas, you know, got like jerseys and shit with their name on it. I'm like, damn, they got pool like that? That shit is crazy, bro.
I'll give Beyonce $1 billion to come twerk.
Where you going with that shit?
What you say, bro?
But all I'm
You gonna
saying,
watch
bro,
the video, you gonna know what I said, nigga.
if you guys really want to be like them, bro, put all that hard work, like that effort, you know, that's being drilled into them. Do it yourself, bro. That's all I'm saying. Just DIY, bro. Just DIY.
Here's the thing, right?
Uh-huh.
The reason why they go through these big, you know, companies on this and that, because they have a proven method and they have the pool. They have certain connections to where, like, you know what I'm saying, they can just put the artists, you know, in certain avenues. Because this is like this is like a fucking registered business, dog. Like, they have proven methods.
I'm saying, bro, if they could do it, bro, you can do it. With 1 and 3, bro, it's gonna be a lot harder.
Oh,
But at least you're gonna be in control of self, bro. I feel like going through these, you just lose your pride. And you just it's like selling your soul.
But
down
even
here, bro.
then, bro, you're gonna be overshadowed, dog.
these niggas, bro, I'm
They're
telling
gonna be overshadowed. Like, there's no way.
Black belt balls, right?
Because I think I read a magazine, right, that was talking about, like, the K-pop, like, the whole business behind it, bro. Like, bro, they're so intricate. Like, literally, they own their own social media platforms to where they have people going over there engaging with the idols. Like, bro, they literally have multiple things just based off these shit. So it's like, bro.
Fuck, bro. When I get my billions, I want to stake in BTS, GOT7, and
for real,
Blackpink, bro.
but the amount of money they be making is ridiculous, dog. Like, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Shizzy.
BTS and other successful K-pop groups for, quote, getting foreigners excited about Korean culture, end
See what I'm
quotes.
saying?
So everything is going according to plan for
Pause. I know we've been pausing a lot, but I'm not really that much excited about the Korean culture because they did say like all these K-pop groups be trying to emulate the West a whole lot. So it's a lot of shit that I've seen before that they've just refined. Every time I watch, you know, a K-pop thing, I'm not like, oh my god, you know, Korean shit. No, I'm like, oh my god, they're just doing what America's been doing forever.
But that's your perception.
At a better, you know.
Because a lot of people, they just view K-pop, they'll just be like, oh, that's just some K-pop shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, K-pop. I want to go to South Korea, K-pop.
Okay, I feel you.
Because everything's like so vibrant, so like,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. But my sentiment about it is like, oh, they just do what we've been doing, but I like they just refined it a little bit more. That's how I feel about it.
Beyond refined, like it's to exceed.
I don't feel like it makes me as much excited about the Korean culture as other people. That's me personally.
I feel like that's the way they got to get the audience, though. They got to speak their language and then bridge to also the Korean side. So then like, cause they already know the English,
Right.
they're just gonna
With me, it's just not raw like Korean enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just too westernized for me to be excited.
labels and the country. One study estimated that for every $1 spent on the K-pop industry, the Korean government gets $5 back. But the problem with treating K-pop stars like their products is that they're not objects. They're people.
humans,
And when a person is pushed to their edge, from years of back-breaking work and criticism, being held hostage financially and kept from their family, some of them break. Sadly, K-pop stars breaking under pressure is becoming a trend. In 2019, a well-known K-pop star named Sully was found dead in her home by her manager. Later, it was confirmed that Sully had killed herself. She was only 25 years old. Sully was one of the few K-pop artists that tried to rebel against the industry's rules. She had a boyfriend, she spoke candidly about her mental health, and she even put her career on hold when she was struggling emotionally in 2014. All these things were looked down upon by the K-pop industry, which led to die-hard fans bullying her relentlessly on the internet.
나한테 그러니까 나한테 오해하지 마라. 난 나쁜 사람 아니야.
Who's to say they make
Eventually,
their
it all became too much, and for Sully, there was only one way out. There are many stories of K-pop stars like Sully who killed themselves after years in the industry.
about that nigga.
Only 2 years earlier, a singer named Kim Jong-hun committed suicide. In his suicide note, he said, quotes, "It wasn't my path to be world famous. It's a miracle that I've endured all this time," end quotes. At least 7 major K-pop stars had committed suicide by 2019, and it's probably only gonna get worse.
Hopefully it doesn't, man.
Listen, nigga.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am probably banned in both North and South Korea now, so subscribe to the channel so it wasn't all for nothing.
My final thoughts on this whole video, on this whole situation, is we're just trying, me personally, I think we're just trying to spark a positive conversation about this whole situation with K-pop, either good, bad, you know, or in the middle, just having more people talking about it, because K-pop is cool. I really be enjoying a lot of the reaction we be doing about them. I really do enjoy it, and I feel like, you know, it needs to be talked about more. Like all the sides of it needs to be, you know, just talked about more and shit.
You got a side note for me? Oh, go ahead.
And like I said, bro, this is information age. So if you're thinking about, you know, joining the K-pop groups and everything, make sure you understand the good, the amazing, and the evil, bro. You gotta look at it from a whole perspective. So just know what you're getting yourself into when you're trying to sign that contract or anything.
Those implications be real. What's up?
Yeah, that's a side note, bro. Y'all be responsible, you know what I'm saying? Like, they might be like your favorite artist, you know, but like they're human beings as well, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to treat them as shit. Like, they got feelings too. I know that sounds kind of like corny as well, but like it's reality, you know, it affects people certain ways, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it does. Unfortunately, you know, that person may end up you know what I'm saying? But like, be responsible, you know what I'm saying? Like, some good words, you know, they can really change a person's life, you know what I'm saying? I know that we ourselves, like, we've been on that end, we've been on that, you know, other side of the spectrum where we've gotten some bullshit coming our way. But like, but even then, dog, like, you know, just be responsible, just be a good person. That's what I'm trying to say, dog. But like, yeah.
All right, boys, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace and love.
Peace out, y'all, man.